Good afternoon to you. Today we will take up Constitution, continuation of judiciary. In the last class, we have seen the original and writ jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Original jurisdiction 131, Article 32, and the residuary subject, decision of residuary subject. These three original jurisdiction, this we have seen already. Today, we will see what is known as appellate jurisdiction. As you know, the Supreme Court not only succeeded Federal Court of India, which was established in the Government of India Act 1935. In addition, it also assumed the powers of the British Privy Council, which was functioning as the highest court of appeal. So, Supreme Court has combined the powers of the Federal Court, which was established under the Government of India Act 1935, and also the highest court of appeal. This is called appellate jurisdiction. So, the Supreme Court of India is the highest court of appeal from all courts in India. It is hearing the appeals in all criminal matters, irrespective of any constitutional issues, under Article 134. And in all civil cases, irrespective of any constitutional issues, under Article 133. And in all cases involving interpretation of the Constitution, whether it is a criminal case or civil case or otherwise, under Article 132. So, this is the appellate jurisdiction. I have taken this constitutional appeal last because in the constitutional case, the appeal may arise from a civil case or criminal case or any other case, even appeal from the administrative tribunal, but it is only through High Court. That is the point you should remember. So, I have taken that Article 132 last. First, I have taken the criminal cases. Article 134. Now, as far as criminal cases are concerned, Supreme Court can entertain an appeal from the judgment of the in a criminal proceedings of the High Court, underline, of the High Court on three grounds. So, you should remember the appeal should come from High Court. So, no other lower court. That lower court also, the decision given by the lower court also can be entertained on appeal by Supreme Court. That we will see at a later stage. That is the SLP. But here the case decision should come from, the judgment should come from the High Court. Then only the appeal jurisdiction, appellate jurisdiction rests. So, on three grounds. What are the grounds? Supreme Court can entertain an appeal from the judgment in a criminal proceedings of the High Court on three grounds. What is the ground? Number one, if the High Court has an appeal reversed an order of acquittal of an accused person and sentenced him to death. See, the lower court has awarded him, that is death, and the High Court has an appeal, the lower court has acquitted him. The lower court has acquitted him. If the High Court on appeal reversed an order of acquittal of the accused person and sentenced him to death, acquittal converted to death. This is number one circumstance. Number two circumstance is, if the High Court has taken before itself any case from any subordinate court and convicted the accused and sentenced him to death. This is the second instance. Kindly understand, it's very important. That is, the lower court has acquitted him. and an appeal is made to the High Court. High Court has awarded him death sentence. This is number one. Number two, a case is pending in the lower court. The High Court has withdrawn that case before itself. And on trial, the High Court has awarded the accused person death sentence. Okay, these two. And third, if the High Court certifies that the case is fit enough for appeal to Supreme Court. So, three circumstances. Number one, lower court has acquitted, made appeal, and the High Court has awarded him death sentence. Second case, the case is pending in the lower court. High Court has withdrawn the case for itself and awarded him the death sentence. Third, if the High Court certifies that the case is fit enough for appeal to Supreme Court. These are all the three circumstances under which an appeal in the criminal case can be entertained by the Supreme Court. So, please note that in the first two type of cases, appeal is allowed as a matter of right, where acquittal converted into death sentence or a case pending then withdrawn by the High Court and awarded death sentence. In these two cases, the appeal is allowed as a matter of right. Third case, in these two cases, no certificate of High Court is necessary. In the third case, the High Court should give a certificate. So, High Court should give a certificate. This is called the criminal cases. Now, as a lateral development, in 1970, Parliament has enlarged the criminal jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. In 1970, Parliament has enlarged the criminal jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Now, an appeal lies to the Supreme Court from the judgment of the High Court if the High Court has, on appeal, reversed an order of acquittal of an accused person and sentenced him to an imprisonment of 10 years or life. 10 years or life. If that is a person already acquitted, but on appeal, the High Court awards him life sentence or 10 years RI. In this case also, Supreme Court can entertain an appeal. This is the amendment. Secondly, if the High Court has taken before itself any case from the subordinate court and convicted the accused person and sentences him to life sentence or 10 years imprisonment. In this case also, Supreme Court can entertain a appeal. Remember, in the first case, a person acquitted by the lower court, High Court awards him death sentence. In this case, appeal allowed without certificate. Second instance, the case is pending in the lower court. High Court withdraws the case and awarded him death sentence. In this case, without certificate, Supreme Court can entertain an appeal. And third, the same, instead of death sentence, if the High Court awards even life imprisonment or 10 years imprisonment, the appeal is allowed. So also, if the case is pending in the lower court and the High Court withdraws itself and awards him what is called life sentence or 10 years RI, even then the Supreme Court can entertain an appeal. But one point you should remember. Suppose the High Court has reversed an order of conviction and awarded him acquittal of the accused. Supreme Court cannot entertain an appeal. So, if the High Court has reversed an order of conviction and acquitted the accused, and the state makes an appeal to the Supreme Court, appeal cannot be entertained. Very important point you should note. Now, in respect of civil case, we are saying criminal cases. Now we are saying civil cases. In respect of civil cases, an appeal lies to the Supreme Court from any judgment of the High Court if the High Court certifies that the case involves substantial question of law of general importance. Substantial question of law of general importance, and that the questions need to be decided by the Supreme Court. Substantial question of law. What do you mean by substantial question of law? I have already told you in the last class. What is the difference between question of law and question of fact? Here only question of law. And in addition to this, suppose two High Court has given different judgment. Then the Supreme Court, there's a civil case. In the civil case, the High Court can certify for an appeal to the Supreme Court if there is a difference of opinion between the two High Courts. And another thing is, in respect of original provision is only those civil cases which involve rupees 20,000 could be appealed against before the Supreme Court. However, this monetary limit of 20,000 has been dispensed with under 30th Constitutional Amendment Act 1972. What is that? The civil cases, the monetary limit was kept only 20,000. That has been removed through 30th Amendment Act 1972. Now, we have seen criminal cases, we have seen civil cases, and now we are coming to the constitutional cases. In respect of constitutional cases, an appeal can be made to the Supreme Court against the judgment of the High Court if the High Court certifies that the case involves a substantial question of law, which I already told you, which requires interpretation of the Constitution. Based on the certificate, the party in the case can appeal to the Supreme Court on the ground that the question has been wrongly decided. The term general importance, remember, it means that the case holds interest not only for a wider section of society other than the litigants, because it is a general matter of importance. Why? Because it affects the general population, wider section of society. Not only it is confined to the litigants. That is why it is a question of law of public importance, general importance. Remember, the Supreme Court, in respect of all the three cases, can allow appeal only from the High Court and not from any other subordinate court. Secondly, in respect of criminal cases, the appeal can be allowed even without the certificate of the High Court, as I have already discussed in 4 cases. In respect of civil and criminal cases, certificate of High Court is necessary. Another point to be noted is, in respect of appeals in constitutional matters, not only in civil and criminal cases, but also any case decided by any tribunal can be entertained, provided it is rooted through the High Court and only on the basis of the certificate of the High Court. So remember, you have to be careful in respect of criminal cases, where it is given on the basis of the certificate and without the basis of the certificate. In respect of 2 items, no certificate is necessary. In respect of 1 item, certificate is necessary. So, if it is a death acquittal converted to death sentence, or withdrawing the case from the lawyer and awarded death sentence, in this case, without certificate it can be entertained. This jurisdiction has been extended to 10 years imprisonment or life sentence. In this case also, the appeal can be entertained. With this, we will end the appellate jurisdiction. Tomorrow, we will see what is popularly known as special leave petition, which is very important. Thank you.